Alright folks, welcome to round number... What round is it at this point? I don't even know which round it is. It's round 4. Keep this hand. This hand is perfect. Everything I would ever want in a hand. So I think we play Turn Timber on 1 so that we, like, this represents 2 mana down the line. Yep. Put them all to 6, and they're playing Spirits. That used to be a deck. So we cannot get got this turn by Skyclave Apparition. So I don't think my opponent can answer the AmuLIT this turn. So I think we're going to be fine here. Yeah, so I think that my opponent just has... We can't play around Mana Leak, so I guess that we don't. I don't know if we can safely go for haste because we already have another Titan set up. Back first debate? No, because if they just let it resolve, then we time walk ourselves, and I'm interested in pacting for a Dryad down the line. Path. We can back for Dryad here and make one more land drop to kill this Mausoleum Wanderer, actually. It's bad if my opponent has Path. I guess it's not even that bad if my opponent has Path, actually. It's not even that bad if my opponent has Path. But this plays around Spell Queller very nicely, so... Sweet. So blue-white spirits. Cavern 3 EE Ballista. 3 Karn. 1 Explore, 1 Bog. Man, such a fantastic sideboard guide. Taking care of all the matchups. I wonder where anybody can get access to such a valuable tool. Well, this is a really interesting hand. I think I would have kept this hand like instantly against Spirits from 2 months ago. But now they have access to... I'm probably going to keep anyway. Explosive is pretty good. They do have access to the guy, though. Skyclave Apparition. And they also went turn 1 planes, which might mean that they're short on mana. Might. Oh, those are some terrible, terrible cards. Very bad cards. These are some really bad cards. Just rather have access to a bounce land than a breeding pool. But even if they have that big sphere, we can kind of play around it. At least there's no white instant speed spirit. Okay, so we're gonna get our AmuLIT exiled here by Apparition. Oh, Deputy. It's kind of better for us. It's a pretty great draw. That might have been one of the best draws in the deck, actually. I'm gonna play Valakut here instead of playing the second bounce line in case I top deck exactly Dryad. Because if I top deck exactly Dryad, we can start triggering Valakut, go ham. This went up to 3. Which means no instant speed, Selfless Spirit. No blocks, thank you very much. So if we tap everything, we can Explosives on 3 through a Spell Queller. Actually, that doesn't sound bad at all. And we can crack. So we develop our mana. So 1, 2, 3. X equals 5. We do get got by the Safeful Stroke, but I think it's a lot more likely that my opponent has Spell Queller than for them to have the Safeful Stroke. Rattle Chains. Chains have been rattled. Rape Azusa? Yeah, but it doesn't matter too much when we're resolving a Titan, right? Particularly my opponent taps out here. Yeah, this is really good for us. Opponent tapping out there is a big deal. They could have Force, I guess. Force would have been pretty bad for us there, but seems like they didn't. Here we could haste. It's probably not what I'm into. Much rather go for something. The coward move. Playing around Path to Exile. Maximizing on my mana, but setting up another lethal for another Titan for next turn. We don't lose to Damping Sphere. Have a pretty okay board state. Seems like opponent is looking for help. They have to have a path here, right? They have to path now, so that forces their hand. Okay, sure. So we're racing. Take 6 here down to 11. That's low-key a pretty good draw, right? That's low-key a pretty solid draw. But we have to protect from Deputy. So I think we just make a bunch of zombies here. Percent lethal for next turn. And then we're good to go. I could transmute for back, but I suspect my opponent has Spell Queller. And these zombies are already lethal next turn. And my opponent cannot really set up lethal. So I don't really see a reason to transmute. Yeah, if I had one more mana so I could transmute and also pay for crack explosives, I would maybe do it. But because I can't do both, I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Yeah, I'm surprising that my opponent has Spell Queller. Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually, whether I should be blowing up this Waterlogged Grove. How much mana do I have next turn? We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. This is to transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, because I think that if my opponent draws a card, then they don't have any more mana. So that's probably not bad for me. So I think this is better. My opponent needs to play defensively here. But at the same time, they kind of need to force me to crack these explosives. Because their only out is probably to Deputy. Interesting. Sounds to me like a desperation attack. They're out of cards now. They're out of cards. Alright, that makes things really easy. GG's. Alright. Alright. 3-1, 2-0 victory over humans. Yeah, we're rallying back. Classic lose the first round and then start winning from there. So hopefully we can keep it going. But yeah, I'll see you back for round number 5.